Alright guys, we're back with another whiteboard, and I told you guys I'd keep you up to date as I went along with my prep. I'm not sure if I'm going to compete still. Honestly, I'm looking forward to it. I want to. Everything looks like the systems are a go, but I haven't signed a contract yet. But I'm training 100% full tilt as if I'm getting on stage. So I just haven't made the final decision yet because I still have a few more pounds to lose before I can see what I really look like and if I'm going to be competitive, but I think it's going to happen. So let's just go with that for now. But more importantly, you guys want to know how I've been prepping and how things have been coming along and how I've been losing weight and getting in shape. So this is it. If you watched the last whiteboard on my diet progression, you see how I went from like 16 weeks down all the way to 7. Now we skipped a couple weeks, but this is the final 5 weeks, and there's a couple things that were removed between 7 and 5. I think I dropped another 50 grams of carbs, so it brought me down to 2 carb meals, and I think I dropped a little bit of fat, and so we're here. Now we're here, and this is what we're going to go over. So this is the 5 weeks. Now this probably won't change too much more. What will happen from here on in is it will fluctuate. So I don't think this will get much lower because my body's in a pretty good fat burning state right now. I dropped a couple pounds just last night, and I think this is a good formula for finishing off the last 5 or 6, 7 pounds I have to lose. So what will change from here now is I'm going to try and play a balancing act now where I want to keep my body full so I don't flatten out for too long. Like flattening out for 2 or 3 days at a time is okay, but if you start getting flat for 3, 4, 5, 6 days, you start risking muscle loss and it becomes harder to fill back up. So what we're going to do basically is hold on to this diet. I've reduced my cardio now, and we're going to go over the training portion of things, but we're going to hold on to this diet, and then every time I get too flat, I may add a couple fat meals and maybe a little bit of carbs. Or if everything is pretty stable, I'm going to stick to the pattern I've been sticking to, which is a high calorie day on Saturday, and then it gets me through the week. I don't think that's going to work any longer because I'm moving really, really quickly now. My body's burning really, really quickly now, so I might need a small bump on Wednesday and then my high calorie day on Saturday, and that should keep me pretty stable throughout the week. And I could still probably get more and more shredded over the course of the next 4 or 5 weeks. So this is where we're at. So this is the diet, the totals, and what the numbers I have listed are only the numbers. See, what I do is this: if I put chicken down, the reason I'm eating chicken is for the protein. So I have the protein listed. I don't have the carbs listed because it's trace amounts, and I don't have the fat listed because I'm not concerned with that when I'm thinking of my overall diet. You can plug it in if you go to calorieking.com. You can research all these numbers and get the exact amounts that you want, but this is how I do it. So meal 1, 12 egg whites, 2 whole eggs, half a cup of oats. Half a cup of oats is 30 grams of carbs. It really is nothing. It's what I look forward to every day though. It kind of gets me excited to eat something. But this meal is probably my favorite meal of the day. The eggs have a little bit of fat in them. It tastes pretty good. There's not very much fat throughout the diet, so that little bit of fat from the eggs actually, like, when you're this in tune with your body, when you've stripped away so many different things from your diet, this little bit of fat in the eggs actually is very enjoyable. So I love this meal. I actually add ketchup to this meal, so this calorie count is a little off because I add no sugar added ketchup to my egg meals. So this meal and meal 6. So then meal 2, I have 7 ounces of fish. So this actually, sorry, going back, meal 1 is my pre-workout meal because I'm training twice a day now. And we're gonna go over that and I'll explain more. But this is a pre-workout meal. And then post-workout, I have 7 ounces of fish, 1 to 2 cups of green beans, no carbs. Okay, so that's very small. 62 calories in the green beans, 205 calories in the fish. It's only 50 grams of protein, and that's pretty much it post-workout, okay? Obviously, I still have my supplements. I have my pre-workout shake. I have an intra-workout shake. My intra-workout shake is no longer intra-R3 because intra-R3 Hostiles intra-workout shake has some carbs in it, and I'm trying to go really bare right now, so I use a Silo 9. So the Silo 9 is just essential amino acids, so I use the Silo 9 for my intra-workout, and then this is my post-workout. So then meal 3 is another pre-workout meal because I train again after meal 3. So meal 3 is 7 ounces of chicken and another half a cup of oats. So that half a cup of oats is another 30 grams of carbs. Again, it's a meal I look forward to, and it's a little bit satiating. It doesn't sound like a lot, but honestly, when you've stripped so many things away, half a cup of oats is like very, very enjoyable. In my oats, I do use 2 packs of Splenda and a little bit of cinnamon. It just makes it it honestly makes it a treat at this point. So that's pre-workout. Then I have more Silo 9 during my second workout, and then I have meal 4, which is a repeat of meal 2. So I'll have more fish, green beans, but I've added some almonds to that meal. So I add a little bit of fat. I just added the fat because I need something to satiate my body. I can't just go no fat at all. I have to have something. So I added some almonds because they're kind of enjoyable. It's like a snack. I know it's only 10 of them, but like I said, when you strip away so much, those 10 almonds actually feel like a treat. So here we have 50 grams of protein, and I have 6 grams of fat from the almonds, and another 3 grams of protein from the almonds as well. And the chicken and oats, I have 62 grams of protein in the chicken. All the protein weights are cooked, and these carb counts for the oats are dry, so that's uncooked. Another 30 grams there in the oats, and then down here in the almonds, we already explained. Meal 5, chicken and green beans. Very boring, not satiating, not enjoyable. All I use is a little bit of hot sauce on my chicken. Obviously I spice the chicken, but a little bit of hot sauce and that's it. And then meal 6 is another enjoyable meal before bed. It's not a lot of food, but it's like, it tastes good. I like having the egg whites and the eggs and the ketchup. That kind of hits home, helps me get to sleep a little bit better because I feel like it digests a little slower, gives me something enjoyable to eat. The egg whites create a little bit more volume of food, so it satiates me a little bit before I go to bed. So that's kind of why I put that there. And again, that's about 350 calories. It's about 50 grams of protein, and I got 10 grams of fat from the eggs. So totals, I come down about 23 is my calories, okay? 2,300 calories, not including ketchup. Let's just say it's 2,450. Just assuming, I don't think it's that high. I don't use that much ketchup, but let's just say with the ketchup and the Frank's Red Hot, whatever calories you want to add up, let's just say this is 2450. 323 grams of protein, 60 grams of carbs. Again, the carbs may be a little bit higher because of the ketchup. 26 grams of fat. Okay, so it's not a lot of food. It's running on fumes at this point. I think because I'm enhanced and I'm not natural, I can hold on to muscle a little bit better, which is helping. But I also think it's a little bit harder to lose muscle than people think. I got my meals, every couple hours, every 3 hours, I'm eating something, so my body's able to hold on to it. And as I said, I'm keeping track of my body. I'm very, very cognizant of how flat and how depleted I'm getting from day to day. So as the day goes right now, so this is my diet right now, right? But this is, let me just show you how it looks. So take a picture of this in case you guys want to copy it. All right, this is going to disappear now. Saturday's a high calorie day, okay? So my body, let's just say this is my body, okay? I'm just a big circle. My body is full, okay? I've loaded up on calories, I've filled up, okay? Sunday, I'm back to my diet. But my body, I'm training twice a day, back on Sunday. I probably do legs on Saturday because it's my high calorie day. So I want to make sure I get, I have a couple good heavy meals before. I might have a lot of carbs in those meals, maybe 80 grams, 100 grams of carbs. Then I go train, and then I'll have like a high calorie. I'll have a big cheat at night, maybe a couple burgers, some fries, and hopefully those calories will saturate my legs and help me recover and help me build muscle. Okay, so that's Saturday. Sunday, I'm back to my diet. Train twice a day. We'll go over my split in a minute, but my body's still full here. Okay. I'm full of glycogen. When I say full, I'm saying full of glycogen. So for those of you who don't know, when you eat carbs and you eat high calories, the muscle stores those carbs as glycogen in the muscle to be used for energy. And that's how you get that full appearance. The muscle can get full and it can get depleted, right? And that's what we talk about when you say somebody online says, oh, I look flat. It's because the muscle is depleted of glycogen and it's a little smaller. So here we're full, okay? Monday, on the diet again. So we're on the diet all the way through now. On Monday, I'm a little, here, let me fix this. Okay, this is Sunday, I'm full. This is Monday, a little less. And then Tuesday, it's gonna be a little less. Wednesday, I start to flatten out. Thursday, I'm depleted. Friday, there's nothing. Okay, and that's how it works. Okay, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So that's how the diet has been working all along throughout the last 16 weeks. Saturday we load up, fill the body all the way up, and then I've noted everybody's going to be different in how hard they train, how much cardio they're doing, how fast their body processes their carbs, all those things. So this might take me a week to get completely depleted. It might take you 2 days. Maybe you train harder than I do, maybe do more cardio than I do, maybe your diet is set up different than mine, and all those things, all those variables are going to matter when it comes to how fast you get depleted. I've purposely set up my diet in a way that this depletion takes 4 days. So I get the full, little less, and then I have Wednesday, Thursday, Friday where my body is depleted. Here, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, my body is depleted. I feel like I'm burning fat those days. And I'm burning fat these days too, don't get me wrong. Like if your calories are, you're in a calorie deficit, you're burning fat. Yes. But, and a little bit of bro science for you guys, I feel like I'm burning more fat and I'm getting tighter when I'm depleted. Okay? So then common practice would be like, well, why don't you just stay depleted all the time? Well, it goes back to what I said at the beginning. If I stay in this state of depletion all the time for 7 days, 8 days, 9 days, 10 days, this circle, which is the muscle, will start to shrink and start to shrink and start to shrink. And you get more and more and more stringy. And that's why you play the balancing act of filling and depleting and filling and depleting, because you want to keep the muscle healthy. You want to keep it recovered. You don't want to lose muscle. So this is what we do. Okay. This is how I do it. I'm sure there's other ways to do it. I'm sure there's a million other things that people can do, keto and all the sorts. But this is my system and how it's been working for me over the course of the last 10, 11 weeks we've been dieting now. Okay? So this is how it works. Now, training. So we started with 1 training session a day and 1 cardio a day. 1 cardio, AM, 1 training session. PM, okay? We started at 30 minutes. And these were just normal hard training sessions, okay? So that's where we started, 30 minutes at 16 weeks. And as I felt like I wanted to push things, I would add 5 minutes. So that became 35 minutes. We did 35 minutes in 1 training session. Then I wanted to turn things up a notch. So it became 40 minutes. Just small progressions, that's all you need. Training was hard, training was intense, balls to the wall, 100%, all I could give. And then we just bumped the cardio, right? Then we went 45 minutes. Now we're at 45 minutes. Okay, so when we got here, I don't know, I think it didn't take that long to get to 4. I think around 8 or 9 weeks out, I was doing 45 minutes. Then I want to go higher, right? I'm like, okay, I think I need to burn more calories. So what are we going to do? I didn't want to increase this anymore because I don't want cardio to last too long. I'm trying to save muscle, right? And if you guys haven't watched my cardio video, you can go back and watch the cardio whiteboard, and that explains why. So what I did was I added a 3rd session. Cardio, another cardio, late PM. 25 minutes. Okay, so I went AM cardio, afternoon training. This was before meal 6. So before meal 6, I would eat meal 5, then I have a treadmill here in my basement. I would do 25 minutes, and then I would eat meal 6 and I would go to bed. Okay, and you guys saw all my meals already, so you know what meal 6 was. And then as I wanted to increase things, this would increase. This became 30 minutes, then it became 35 minutes, then it became 40 minutes, then it became 45 minutes. So I started doing 45 and 45. 45 and 45 and training in the middle of the day. And I did that for a while. Then I'm like, okay, I really got to turn things up a little more. So I started going 50. So this became 50, and this became 50. And now I'm at where I am now, right? Around 7 weeks out, 6.5 weeks out, I started going 50 and 50. My body started to really burn, started to get faster, right? start getting shape. But I notice now the metabolism is taken off on its own. There is a point, and this doesn't happen for everybody, for me, and I'm sure other people, but for me, there is a point where my body starts to take off and it will just start burning through everything. And it's partly because the diet is so empty, there's nothing in the diet, and it's because my calorie expenditure is so high, my metabolism is revved up and I'll start to burn weight too quickly. Not necessarily just fat. I'll start to burn weight and glycogen and fat and water and potentially muscle. I'll start to just burn a lot of weight off. So I'm like, okay, you know what? I notice my legs are getting smaller. I notice all this cardio, this 2 50-minute sessions, my legs are starting to get a little narrow and I don't like the look. What I've done in the past when that happens is when my body is at a certain place, body fat wise, which I feel like I'm pretty good now. I'm probably 5 to 8 pounds away from the stage, but I'm burning quickly. I start to replace the cardio. So that's where I'm at now, and that's what this is. So around the 4-week mark of previous shows that I've been successful in, I will trade my cardio for training. So instead of doing 2 cardios a day and 1 training, I do 2 training sessions. And I still keep the diet low. So now if you remember the circles of glycogen, they're burning a lot faster. So I'm burning through my glycogen a lot faster, which means I'm gonna burn weight faster in my opinion. So that's why the 2 sessions work without having the 3rd cardio session. So this is what my training looks like. Day 1, back in the morning, chest at night. Now, one of the things you have to remember is all of the PM workouts, and this isn't how you have to set it up, this is how I set it up. All of the PM workouts are pump workouts, meaning I don't take the set all the way to failure. I might still go heavy, but instead of doing heavy at 100% all the way until I'm failed out, I might go heavy until 6 and then stop. Or I might do 20 reps of a lighter weight and just work on a pump. Or I might do exercises that I don't normally do. For example, like for legs, I usually do the basics, like squat, leg press, hack squat, leg extension. On a pump day, I might do adductors, abductors, Bulgarian split squats, walking lunges, stuff like that. It's a little different, right? So that's all pump workouts. It's different exercises than I would do on the heavier stuff or different rep schemes or speeds. So back, then chest at night, okay? Day 2, hams and calves in the morning, quads at night. Day 3, shoulders in the morning, arms at night. Day 4 is cardio only, it's a day off. Now, I haven't hit day 4 yet, I just started this. If I get to day 4 and my weight's dropping real quick, I might just take this day completely off and rest. Let my body fully recover, because you don't always have to add food to get your glycogen to replenish. Sometimes just resting and not doing anything. No calorie expenditure can help your body recover, right? So I may just stick to my diet and just have this as an off day where I just lay around on the couch and do nothing. And let my body just kind of rest and recover and get ready for day 5, which is quads in the morning and hams at night, right? I put this day off here on purpose because I know the next day I have quads in the morning, it's gonna be hard. I wanted a day off here to rest so I can get in and hit legs really hard. Okay, and day 5 is my high calorie day. So this is Saturday, okay? So I got quads after a day off, then I have a high calorie day, and it's all kind of works together with my quad day. Day 6 is chest and back. I'm gonna be full as hell because I had my high calorie day the day before. And then day 7, I'm still gonna be full from that high calorie day. I have arms in the morning and shoulders at night. And that's kind of how I set up my 2-a-day split. And this potentially works because it will allow me to burn just as much glycogen or more. It'll allow me to burn just as many calories as doing all the cardios. And it will save my legs, because instead of doing 2 50-minute sessions on a step mill or a treadmill or a bike or whatever it is, and depleting just my legs, now I'm training and I'm letting my legs rest. So it's a multi-pronged approach where it's letting my legs rest, depleting more glycogen. The training is not as hard as when I was training once a day. This training session is all out insane. These training sessions, even in the morning, are not gonna be as hard on purpose. They may be to failure, but there's probably no extended sets. I might not be doing any drop sets or supersets or rest pause sets or anything like that. It might just be straight sets as hard as possible. But that's going to be easier on my body and easier on my joints, especially when I'm training twice a day. And the last part that's going to matter for me is I usually catch a lot of injuries around this time. And it's because I'm trying to go too hard. So by scaling back on my training, this may allow me to stay healthy for the next 4 weeks and actually get to the stage if I do compete. So this is the plan. This is how I have it set up now. I thought you guys might find it interesting how it all kind of works together. It's very, me and John are working together, but it's almost like John is just a help. This is kind of all my thought processes put into place, and I did that on purpose this year. One of the things I wanted to do for this prep was I really wanted to have a hands-on approach as to what I'm eating, what I'm doing, how I'm training, and I wanted to kind of put my philosophies into place and see if they worked. John has cut some calories here and there. John is a very, very useful tool for me because he's the eye I need. So he'll look and say, okay, you're on track. Okay, you're not on track. And that's where John comes in. He'll just basically say, you need a little bit more food, you need a little less food. And that's where I use John. And then I take it from there and I add to the diet, I reduce the training or add the cardio. And all of these things have to fit together to, like what we're trying to do is, see, a lot of people say, why can't the guys just get shredded? Just cut your food and get shredded. At this level, it's harder than that because guys weigh 250 pounds on stage of lean body mass. If I just cut all my food, and like I said, I deplete, and I just deplete and lose, I will be shredded, but I'll end up looking like a noodle, right? I'll end up stringy on stage, and the guy next to me will be full and blown out, and I'm gonna lose, right? So the key for us is not just losing fat, because that's easy, right? Like, when you're talking to a men's physique guy or a classic guy and they have to make weight, they don't necessarily have to worry about being really full on stage. They can just be really hard and dry, and that will be good for their appearance. But in open bodybuilding, you have to have a full round appearance, which means not only do we have to strip away as much fat as possible, but we have to maintain as much muscle as possible. And it has to look healthy. We can't just maintain the muscle and show up with it looking beat up and ragged and haggard and just kind of standing on stage like a dead muscle, right? We have to show up looking full, round, healthy muscle bellies, and that's why it takes all these things to work together to create that illusion, rather than just cutting calories and doing tons of cardio and that being the be-all end-all. So there is a little bit of a give and take with the body. You can't just burn it out, and you can't be too easy on it. So it's difficult for somebody starting out like it was for me, because you think, well, I'm just going to push, and you end up in a place where either you're injured or you don't look that great. And that's when the experienced eye of a coach, or if you've done it for long enough, sometimes pulling back is actually more beneficial to your progress. So take this for what it's worth, guys. I hope it helps you at all in learning in your own preps or figuring out something that you guys want to do. I just thought I'd give you guys the update. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you got something from it. Our new grape bubblegum flavor is out now. We just announced it today on Instagram. You guys are probably seeing this the day after I filmed it. Check it out at hostile.com. Honestly, I think we nailed this flavor. Grape bubblegum. It actually tastes like you're drinking a grape bubblegum, if that's what you want to do. But it tastes really good anyways. Check it out at hostile.com. Until next time, guys, check out all the videos. Train hard and live hostile. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe, share with your friends, and like the video. And if you get a chance, check out the description for all the different links to all the different places you can find Hostile and myself. And lastly, check out hostile.com for our new line of supplements and all of our apparel and gear. Thanks again for watching.